Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I have learned sometimes the hard way that the C word in this community, aka compensation, is a very tricky thing to talk about, and for good reason. There are some people out there who think that compensation is the worst thing to ever happen in this game. Because once you get it once, you expect it every time, and so we should just never complain about compensation and just be thankful that the game exists at all. And while I do think the argument has a little bit of merit, and that someday I'm going to wish I had a game to complain about because you can't complain about something if it doesn't exist, there is nothing in life but outside of mobile games or this game where if I paid for something and did not receive what I paid for, there wouldn't be justified compensation. That's not being greedy. That's just the nature of the marketplace of capitalism, the marketplace of purchasing goods and treating customers with respect and appreciation. And so it's not like compensation is this unique idea amongst itself in the Marvel Casino of Champions. With that being said, we have a huge issue right now that Kabam has acknowledged won't be fixed until probably next week, and that is the arena. Now, I sometimes can figure out when the arena is going to be bugged, because if you, and I don't know about if it's just me, but like if you sometimes hover your finger next to the Express Arena button, you may accidentally just hit it. My phone does that all the time. I never noticed that because usually I want the Express Arena to happen, not just because I'm paying for it with the Black ISO store, but also because, yes, now that they've fixed the auto claim issue, it does save you a decent amount of time over the course of a full, say, 6-star champ grind or 7-star champ grind or both, or even a 5-star champ grind. It just saves. Obviously, the Summoner Trials is no exception. But there have been some times where I know I have not tapped that Express Arena button. I've still gone into an arena, and instead of seeing this screen, I see, of course, the dreaded error message that is now going to haunt me in my sleep. I wish that was definitely an exaggeration, but I seriously think it's still going to haunt me in my sleep. So because of that, it's sort of like back to the drawing board when it comes to compensation, because this is such a unique thing. But if you're paying for the Black ISO store, and one of the main benefits of it now is this new Express mode, and that Express mode is not only unusable, it's crashing your game, then yeah, that's not being greedy for compensation. That's just doing what any other company or someone that provides a good or service would provide its purchasing customer. Kabam, at least in that regard, I believe understands the issue, and shout out to my man D Jones 6244 for sending this specific part of one of the latest responses to the arena issue on the forums over. We are working on a hot fix to address this issue. This means that it might take a little while, but we hope to have it, I think it's supposed to say out, but it says R. We hope to have it R as early as possible next week. We are looking into compensation, but we will at least be extending everybody's Black ISO store subscription to make up for the lost time. Other areas are being explored. This is such a pivotal moment for the game. This is always an important part of the calendar because in between July 4th and Cyber Weekend is the Summoner Camp 3-month event, which they're doing something kind of smart, although I will not ever not say this. If it's not broken, don't fix it in life, YouTube. We had a Summoner Appreciation Calendar that was 90 days, and it was just you log in and you address it. Even years ago, when 6-star shards were impossible to get, 6-star 6 stones were impossible to get, you still got some of each by the end of the 90 days. Then they completely changed it to the Summoner Camp, which, especially in the first couple years, felt more like, to me, an old 1990s Nickelodeon show, Legends of the Hidden Temple, felt more like completing a task on that just to figure out what to purchase than it was exciting. They've gotten to where it's easier to explain now, but of course I still miss the old way, and I think they could have kept the old way and then just added the new. You don't have to get rid of one. In this case, I think they should keep the extension of everybody's Black ISO Store subscription, but also consider some energy compensation, some potion compensation, some revive compensation. Who knows? Maybe even some crystal shard. Obviously, you've got the people who used to be 6-star Nexus, which I guess the 6-star Nexus vultures are now like the 7-star Nexus vultures, even though that literally doesn't exist yet. So just something to keep in mind. Compensation will be coming soon. That compensation at minimum is an extension of everybody's Black ISO Store subscription, which obviously if you're like, I don't have that, well, are you? I guess I should say that's what makes this complicated, because I have heard from some people that they don't have it and their arenas are still bugged. So, I don't know what to tell you. Everybody deserves something. But that's a good first step. Thanks for watching.